Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 6, Episode 14. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted shows, reality shows, and also the reactions. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. It's Mother's Day, and a lot of the ladies are upset because this is the first time not having their kids on Mother's Day or being around their kids on Mother's Day. Heather, she is having the opposite reaction. Like, yeah, it was cute when y'all was little, giving me cards and, whatever. Maybe making me breakfast. But, y'all grow now. And Heather is in the era of, I am done raising my kids and now it is all about me. And me personally, I don't see anything wrong with that. And this may be an unpopular opinion. Now this is coming from somebody who does not have kids. I don't believe just because you were a mother, you have to spend the entire Mother's Day with your kids. Now, I understand it's like, hey, the kids, and if you have a spouse, hey, we're going to make you breakfast in bed, Mom, and we're going to give you some small gifts. After you eat your breakfast in bed and got ready for the day, we have booked you a day at the spa. Hey, we'll get you a nice massage, get your feet done, get your toes done, get your makeup and hair done if that's something you want to do. Here's a little money, you can go shopping. And after you have had a day by yourself being pampered, then we're going to go to dinner. That way, hey, we've spent time with you as you can spend time with your kids and spouse if you have one. If you don't, that's fine too. And then you have some time to yourself to where you can unwind, relax, and be pampered, and then come together as a family for dinner. I don't see that seems like would be a perfect Mother's Day to me personally. That is me. So I don't see anything wrong with not necessarily being with your kids all day on Mother's Day. Now, Britni, of course, she has this strained relationship with her kids, mainly of her own doing. So Mother's Day is kind of it's a sensitive subject for her. And even though Britni knows what she needs to do to rebuild her relationship with her kids, it's seeming like she's refusing to do it because she has been indoctrinated to put a man above your kids. And I'm starting to think, because it was a few episodes ago when her daughter was speaking on how Britni was such a good stepmother to her second husband's kids, and it was mainly, I guess, to like show that, hey, I am this good person, but how good of a person can you be when you were neglecting your own kids? And I'm like, when she was being the best mom, when she was with her kid's father, her ex-husband, her first ex-husband, was she doing these things for the kids, or was she doing these things for the man? Being good to the kids to show proof to this man that she is a good woman. And it seems like she did the same thing with her second husband. I'm going to show you I'm a good mother to your kids to prove myself to you. Never mind the fact that I am being a horrible mother to my own kids, which that is one thing that has always confused me. How you can be with somebody who can treat your kids good, but treat their own kids bad, and you want to be with them. It has always boggled my mind. I am exhausted for Meredith at this point. We have been talking about Meredith jumping stupid on Britni on that airplane for the past, I want to say 5, maybe 6 episodes. And I know if I'm tired of talking about it, she is tired of listening about it and being in the presence of people talking about it. It's like, let's not act like Meredith out of nowhere, y'all was just on the plane and then Meredith started going off on Britni. No, Britni brought this on herself. She could have found out this information about Meredith and about Meredith herself and kept it to herself. But no, she decided she was going to bring it to the group, or she brought it to Whitney first, and then she brought it to the group. Meredith felt some type of way about it and went off on her. Now, whether it is to the degree as most of the ladies are saying, I don't know. Do I believe she was probably cussing this lady out, like talking about her to Lisa loud enough to where she could hear? I believe that. Now, whether if it was for the amount of time it was, I don't know. I do believe something happened only because Mary said something, and Mary does not like Britni, so she would have no reason to be defending Britni. It's like maybe it was she didn't like how this was. Meredith was talking about. I believe now that Meredith was talking about Britni to Lisa, and Mary didn't like that Meredith was acting this way. This isn't you. This is a different person. This is not the person that I know. So something happened. The length of it maybe not as long. I don't know. I know I may have contradicted myself from past episodes, but let's not forget this all started off with Britni. Now somehow both Whitney and Heather have turned this to where now they are the victims, because now Meredith is not taking any accountability of it and she is gaslighting them, so now they are the victim. I just like it amazes me how they can play victim. Last week, what's her name? Whitney, she was doggone crying about the situation. Heather, she's feeling attacked because this is bringing her back to her Mormon roots where they was like trying to say like these things that you're saying happen has never happened. She's feeling gaslit, so now she is the victim. Meredith, she is just so over it, and she's talking to Mary like she made all these accusations against me and this, that, and the third. She called this woman an alcoholic and a pill popper and all these other things. And Meredith is like hurt. And Mary is like, you need to tell her how you feel, because how else are we going to move forward if you don't tell her how you feel? Now, I have appreciated Mary so much this season with her always doling out advice, whether she likes you or not. And I love the fact that, like, she is not, like, even though she felt sorry for Britni because of how Meredith acted, she still don't like her and lets her know every turn, I don't like you, therefore I'm not going to invite you to this, that, and the third. But like I said, y'all, it is exhausting at this time. Like, what else is there to talk about? Britni decided to bring some mess to the table. Meredith handled it. May not have been the way I wanted her to, but she handled it. And this is going to show Britni, don't do that mess no more. This is one thing that it really, really, really frustrates me about Whitney, is because she sat there, looked Meredith dead in her face, and called her an alcoholic and a pill popper. Now, Meredith don't see it for her. I ain't trying to talk to you. You doggone to defaming my character. Now Whitney's upset like, you're not talking to me. Lady, you can't doggone to jump stupid, call somebody an alcoholic, call somebody a pill popper, then get mad because they're like, okay, you clearly not my friend if you talking like that and spewing all these allegations. And now you want to be upset because you're not talking to me. It does not work like that, Whitney. And like Whitney has been doing this constantly for the last few seasons. And she's doing it under the guise of, I'm healing, and this is a part of my healing journey. It's like, so your healing journey to make yourself better is to hurt other people, and you're not seeing it or calling it hurting other people is you're telling the truth. I know I can't be the only one feeling that way. It's like they are upset because Meredith is not saying how she feels, and Lisa keeps jumping in and is like, no, this isn't about you, Lisa. But what it is like Meredith is so frustrated. Meredith can't get her words across because if she says something, then they gonna take it the wrong way. And it's like, why do you think that, like, Lisa basically was like, and y'all know Lisa, I really don't see it for Lisa for real, because the way she, gets down and be twisting the truth, which is basically like, Meredith don't want to talk to you because of what you said. You called her a cheater, you called her alcoholic, you called her a pill popper, and you expect her to come welcome you with open arms? No, ma'am. Now, then I can also see it from them being frustrated. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with you, Lisa. This is between Meredith, Heather, and Whitney. And you keep on jumping up and saying it. And I think it's like, at this point, Meredith is like, no matter what she says, they're still going to have an issue with her. We've had a issue with Meredith and Lisa for the majority of this season, and I can understand how it could be so exhausting. Meredith, girl, I see what you're doing. She's frustrated, rightfully so, and I agree. They have been piling on her, and it's only so much you can take. So she's in a cooking class with Heather, Whitney, and Britni. Three of the people who do not like her right now, and three people she does not like, rightfully so. And she had already walked off because she was just frustrated with them. And you can just tell it all over her. She just does not want to be there. She's aggravated with the people in the group she is with. And they're having a cooking class. And the instructor's like, are you alright? She's like, no. And my son's on a plane and it's Mother's Day and I can't talk to him. And it's reference to when they was on the Sprinter when Brooks had called. But it was in the midst of her having, in the middle of her having a conversation with Heather thinking it's rude that she didn't take a phone call. Like, you don't know, this could have been an emergency room. This could have been an emergency room. So, like, she was basically forced to get off the phone with Brooks because Heather decided she needed to have a conversation with Meredith. So Meredith's like, oh, my son's on a plane. And I'm not going to be able to talk to him on Mother's Day. I'm just sad. I'm so sad. And it's like, she's milking this like, y'all have prevented me. She's going to play the victim now. Y'all want to play a victim about a situation that had nothing to do with y'all. I'm going to play a victim because y'all been pounding on to me. And I wasn't able to talk to my son on Mother's Day because you wanted me to get off the phone earlier, and now he's on a plane and I cannot speak to him. Britni decides to pop up. I wasn't allowed to speak to my daughters for 3 years. Ma'am, this isn't about you. And she's like, of course it's gotta be about you. But ma'am, you're not speaking to your daughter for 3 years. What you're doing, they didn't like how you were treating them when you got remarried. So it was like, you know what? If you're going to be treating us awful, there's no reason for us to be around you. So we going to go over here and live with daddy. And you have continued to put a man above them. When your daughter, who has 2 jobs, who decided instead of getting, just sitting in her car for 30 minutes to, decompress until she goes to her other job, she went to your house. And what was you doing there? Making out with Jared instead of hanging out with your child. And you gonna sit here talking about, well, I wasn't able to talk to my girls for 3 years. That was your choice. Those was those are consequences of your actions, Britni. Oh my goodness. You're not gonna sit here and try to play victim to me. You're not. And it has not been lost on me that she has really been enjoying the pile up that Meredith has been getting from Whitney and from Heather. I noticed the little spark she's been getting out of it. Like, yes, y'all doing all this. You're mad at Meredith all because of me. That's what it's giving off. Britni lets the ladies know that she has patented high body count hair. I thought it was weird. Angie was like, why would you do that when you didn't even come up with the saying? Like, granted, I didn't, but I, made it popular. But I guess Britni feels I'm going to turn this negative into a positive, so now she is patented. And then somehow this turns to her saying, are you jealous of my hair? And I'm like, I don't think that is it. Angie is not jealous of your hair, Britni. And then somehow it got to, are you mad that you wasn't smart enough to patent it? And I was like, I don't think she ever wanted to patent it. She just thinks it's weird that you're doing this. And then somehow it was like, you're shaming me and this, that, and the third. It was like, nobody is shaming you. It's like this event was going so well. Like, the ladies, they was having some issues, the first half of the episode, but, once the ladies got by the pool, everybody was having a good time. Nobody was arguing. Meredith actually had a race with, Whitney and Britni. Meredith came out, looked like she just had on a little skirt outfit, and it was like, this is a pool party, and she was like, I know, and her outfit matched her swimsuit. It was real cute. It was having a good time. On the way to the restaurant, everything was fine until it was like, yeah, I patented high patty count hair, and Angie was like, that's weird, and everybody else seems like they thought it was weird too. But now it seems like Britney is gonna try to play victim and say, you guys are piling up on me. You're making fun of this, that, and the third. Like, no, this is what Britney's gonna do. She's gonna try to find some way to play victim. Meanwhile, Mary said, you know what? I don't have it in me. I'm going to stay my two in this room and I'm going to go to sleep. And you know what, Mary? I am with you on that one, because when I tell you, when that sleep kick in, I don't care what I'm doing. The other night, I went to sleep at 9:30 at night. I knew it was time for me to go to sleep because my eyes was dancing around in my head, and I was like, I know what my eyes got to twitching and dancing around in my head. It was time for me to carry my tail to sleep. So I'm not mad at you. It was like, yeah, we in this beautiful location, but when my body says sleep, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on, so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, and you can share it with your people, and they can come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.